Hello everyone and welcome to Touch the Innovation, the special digital event of Logica Control. First of all, I would like to thank you all for being here with us today in this particular historical moment in which economy, markets and companies are severely hit by the effects of COVID-19 pandemic. Logica Control does not stop and looks to a great digital future. Thanks again for accepting our invitation and for choosing to be with us in this important moment of connection. We are all aware that traditional and now outdated business models are evolving due to the lack of face-to-face meetings. All the most important trade fairs have also turned into digital events managed on online platforms. It is not a case that just on the occasion of Hannover Messe 2021 digital edition, we inaugurate our Logica Innovation Lab, a virtual setting rich in innovative digital contents, and we are really proud to show it to all of you as a preview. I'm here with Matteo Faleni, Business Development Manager for Logica Control Products.
Good morning, Alessandra.
Hi, Matteo. For those who don't know him yet, Matteo has been working in the compressed air sector since 1998. He has been with us at Logica for 18 years, and his experience and availability make him a point of reference at national and international level for all our customers.
Thanks, Alessandra, and welcome everybody. We could not miss the usual appointment with the Hannover Fair also in this new digital version. As usual, we are attending the Convox section dedicated to compressed air technologies. Now, let me spend a couple of words to introduce Logica Control to companies, journalists and friends who are connected with us today. We develop and produce electronic equipment for process control in the world of industrial automation. Our innovative solutions are the result of constant investment in R&D and have consolidated our position on the national and international market. Since 1994, we put on the market complete system for automation in various sectors, such as heating, ventilation, air conditioning, professional coffee machine, refrigeration, and many others. We operate both in the development and production of customized electronics, based on customer specification, and in a production of electronic controllers with the Logica Control brand.
Well, thanks for your introduction, Matteo. And so, why don't we start? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Touch the Innovation digital event. The future is now with Logica Control. Follow us.
Welcome, guys.
Hi, Marco.
Hi, Marco.
Hi.
We are now inside Logica Innovation Lab. Our team is completed by Marco Felici, Head of R&D and Technical Department of Logica Control. Welcome. Marco is ready at his workstation and will stay with us for the entire event to give his contribution from a technical point of view. For almost 20 years, he has made his great experience and competencies available for the engineering of our most innovative electronic solutions, from hardware design to firmware development, up to the realization of a reliable and competitive quality product.
Good morning and welcome from Logica Innovation Lab Control Room.
Well, we are almost at full strength. Let's connect now with our president, Fabio Udine, to have a brief greeting and to officially start today's event.
Thanks, Alessandra. First of all, I would like to say a few words about Logica Control Innovation Lab. Innovation Lab wants to express Logica's commitment to technological innovation and industrial research as developing factors of new business model driven by digitalization. The current industrial context shows how information technology, IoT computing, intelligent automation, advanced robotics are the enabling technologies for the renewal of manufacturing industry. Reduction of time to market, increased flexibility, increased quality and constant improvement of efficiency are the main target to guarantee competitive improvement. This is our guideline, and we are aware that the best service we can offer to our customer is not doubt the ability to innovate. Innovation Lab, therefore, wants to be an expression of our will, a tool for sharing with our customer a new approach to a competitive and changing market, with a new perspective on the future that awaits us. So we are happy to give you even just a small overview of our vision of electronic technology applied to the world of compressed air. Logica Control is here. It's ready for this challenge, and it's our great hope to have you with us. Welcome on board.
Well, thanks, Dr. Udine, for being here with us today. And now, after this interesting overview, I leave you the floor, Marco, for a brief practical introduction of Logica Innovation Lab. Thanks.
Thank you, Alessandra. As you can see, it is a virtual setting collecting all our energies and efforts, made to continue on our route to digital innovation. It drives our customers into a space full of contents, of 3D images and videos that are useful during installation and configuration phases of our products. Our new digital mission is clearly represented by Logica Innovation Lab, where you will find all the information about the latest technological developments in electronics for process digitalization in the world of industrial automation.
And now we are ready to start our Touch the Innovation event, an important showcase for our product, which, as you know, are specially developed for companies manufacturing small, medium, and large compressors. They are also appreciated by Service Center thanks to the right balance between performance, quality, and price to face the requirement on end user who are increasingly asking for strong digital innovation and device interconnection. Alessandra, let's load the lab setting relative to compressed air technologies. Thank you. Well, we are now in the control room dedicated to compressed air. Over the years, Logica Control has come to play a leading role in the development and production of electronic controllers dedicated to management and monitoring of compressed air production plants. Compressed air is a strategic energy source for all industry with countless and irreplaceable applications, so that almost all production sites make use of machineries, equipment, and systems with pneumatic drives. Unlike gas, water, and electricity, which are supplied by external company, the compressed air is generated on site. This gives users more control over the relative production costs. On average, compressed air is approximately 10% of industrial electricity consumption, and a proper management of compressor rooms can guarantee considerable energy savings, from 10 to 25%. Often, these plants are characterized by unsatisfactory performance in terms of efficiency and energy consumption, and the reason may be of various nature: management, losses of network, improper use of produced air, or production of air at higher pressures than those required. New Logitronic range is today the right solution for the operation of screw compressors, adding those must-have features essential to improve the performance of your machines. Developed on the basis of the consolidated Logic range, as regards the main operation for compressors management, controllers of Logitronic range are all equipped with a TFT color display for a better and smart visualization of the operating status and for the detection of any failure in real time. All the models of the series are provided with RS485 serial output, whose number varies according to the model. We will examine them in detail later when we present each single item. Another innovation of the new series is represented by the USB host port that allows data loading and downloading for statistical analysis. In addition, you can easily update the firmware from remote without opening the controller, avoiding any possible damage. Last innovation, but not least in terms of importance, is an Ethernet port for real-time monitoring and programming of compressor functioning through Logica Cloud platform. Before explaining Logica Cloud functioning, I would proceed with the presentation of Logitronic range.
Okay, Matteo. Which product do you want to start from?
I will start with the Logitronic 9.
And which are its main key points? And for what kind of use do you recommend it?
Well, Logitronic 9 is an industrial electronic controller suitable for the proper operation of low-medium-size air compressors. It's equipped with a user interface with a 2.4 inches TFT color display for the visualization in real time of compressor status and for the notification of any possible alarm. Logitronic 9 can manage compressor with both on-off and inverter functioning. Now we can see a short video showing the details of wiring operations.
Matteo, the new graphic is really complete. Would you like to briefly explain how the user interface works?
Sure. As you can see to the right of the display, we find the arrow keys, which allows the navigation across the different menus. We also find 3 other buttons for the main functions. The first, top right, for compressor start-stop. The second, top left, for main menu access. The last one, bottom left, with a double function of quick access to working hours or reset of any alarm detected. With a simple touch of the menu button, we can enter the main menu, where all programming pages are listed, and we can scroll them easily by using the arrow keys. For example, if we want to enter the password to proceed with the programming, we select the password menu and confirm with the Enter button. Once entered, using again the arrows keys, we can select the level and confirm it by pushing the Enter button. We are now at level 3. If we push again the Enter button, highlighting and enabling Enter Password, pushing the Enter button for the second time, we can access the keyboard for entering our password. Always using the arrow keys, we can select the digits, which had to be confirmed one by one using the Enter button. By confirming the last digit, we enter again the main menu, where now we can see and set also the menus previously hidden under password. With the same philosophy, it will be possible to access all other menus with their dedicated functions.
Okay, thanks. It sounds very easy. Let's proceed in order and go on with Logitronic 26. What are the main differences between the two?
In short, Logitronic 26 can manage medium or big size air compressors. The graphic interface is wider, in fact the color touchscreen is 4.3 inches. Also for this article, I would start the video for all the wiring details.
In this case, we have a really user-friendly interface, smart and with style. It's up to you now to provide the most relevant details.
As you can see, unlike Logitronic 9, the user interface is completely full touch, except for the two capacitive buttons that we see on side of the display. These have, respectively, the start-stop function of the compressor and the reset of any alarm detected. Touching the icon on the display, we enter the main menu. You can see how we have tried to associate each function to internationally recognizable icons for a quicker, simple, and more affordable approach. Two quick examples. The general information icon is easily recognizable. Just touching it, we enter the dedicated pages. Now, with a simple movement of the finger, we can scroll through the various information. Now, let's take the temperature icon. Here, as for the previous one, with a simple touch, we enter the menu for working temperature parameters setting. It is possible to set the parameter through the functions on the right of the data or by swiping your finger directly on the cursor in the circular area around the data. To confirm the new data, touch Set.
Well, and now our top of range if we talk about onboard controllers, Logitronic 33.
Yes, Logitronic 33 performances make it suitable for managing high-power air compressor. This model, unlike the previous one, is made up of two distinct units. A CPU designed to be fixed into a DIN bar inside the electrical board, and a large user interface with a 7 inches full-touch color display with a strong visual impact. One of the advantages of having two separate units is to make wiring easier. It takes place inside the electrical board, thus avoiding to carry the several cables on the door panel. In addition, if necessary, it is possible to move the user interface even over a long distance, thanks to the connection between the CPU and the interface through the RS485. At this point, I would start a video that shows also in this case the detail of the wiring operations.
That's very interesting, Matteo. The easy wiring operations and the modularity of the quick fit connections will certainly be appreciated during the installation of the controller.
Sure, but now let's see how the user interface looks like with two quick examples. Touching the dedicated icon on the main menu, we can see the setting menu with easily recognizable icons. Unlike Logitronic 26, thanks to the larger display, it was possible to report an information text under each single icon. By touching the pressure menu, we enter the area dedicated to the various parameters settings. As previously explained for Logitronic 26, they can be set using the function under each data or by swiping your finger directly on the cursor in the semicircular area placed above each data. The large display allows to show them all into a single screen, making the setting even more intuitive and quick.
Really a very complete range that can face with the most demanding requests. Instead, what can you recommend us for the management of compressor rooms?
In this case, Logitronic 200 is the right solution for the proper management of a compressor's room composed by 2 up to 12 units, both on-off and inverter. Equipped with a large user interface with color displays 7 inches full touch, Logitronic 200 allows the management of every brand compressor thanks to the slave module installed on each unit, not provided with Logic or Logitronic controller on board. Now let's see how the user interface looks like. By touching the icon on the display, we enter the main menu. After completing the wirings, the first action to carry out through the function test is to enter the test menu to check that wirings have been properly done. How? By touching the function on-off. You can test the proper starting and feedback of the compressor to understand if the communication is okay before starting up the system. On the other hand, the function auto switches the compressor in local operation. After the connection test is successful, let's see how to set Logitronic 200 for the regular operation. By touching the setting icon, you enter the relative menu where you can find the first main data to enter, the number of compressors connected to Logitronic 200. By touching the arrow down, you have the working mode selection to manage your system at the best. Following the same philosophy, you can set all the other parameters in the different menu to guarantee the best efficiency of your system, operating the machine both via Modbus on RS485 and or through I/O. In addition to the usual video for wiring details, you will also be able to view an example of compressors room management. Let's start the video support.
Thanks, Matteo, for this detailed overview of new Logitronic range.
At this point, we can complete our presentation with an overview of Logica Cloud platform. Marco, the stage is yours.
Well, Logica Cloud is our platform for remote monitoring and management of compressed air systems. By exploiting IoT technologies, Logica Cloud continuously collects information from controllers wherever they are installed. We are talking about a great number of information, and we can list some of them. The real-time compressor status or its operating condition, the data related to operation, such as system air pressure or air and temperature, any active alarm or list of previously detected and solved alarms, the compressor settings, and finally the working hours and maintenance intervals. All these data are continually sent and saved to Logica Cloud. Logica Cloud user can reach information by smartphone, tablet or PC through an internet connection using a common browser, such as Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Mozilla Firefox. Now we will show you some examples of its simple and intuitive graphic interface. You can have a macro view or a detailed view. Macro view is an overall snapshot with a geographical visualization represented by a Google map with indicators for each plant. Instead, the most detailed view is the visualization of the synoptic of each single compressor of a dedicated plant. For monitoring purposes, that is for the identification of any faults, it is available a view of all active or logged alarms sorted by alarm severity. Moreover, for predictive maintenance purposes, there is a view showing only the service interval timers with a list highlighting those closer to expiration. Users of this system are usually plant managers and service centers. Plant managers can react promptly in the event of a failure because they are informed through email alerts. Service centers carrying out ordinary maintenance can have a general overview of the plants managed, and, by means of that, they can plan their services in time. In the end, Logica Cloud allows you to minimize downtime, and in addition, help you to monitor and optimize energy consumption by processing historical data series. All this develops the smart factory concepts.
Marco, can you explain now how remote information reaches Logica Cloud?
Logica Cloud collects data from controllers through our web gateway. Web Gateway is a device connected to Logic controllers through the provided RS485 Modbus RTU communication port. Web Gateway reads all the information we have previously mentioned in a continuous and cyclical way, in order to have always an updated situation of the controllers connected. Talking about the connection to Logica Cloud, Web Gateway has two possible communication channels available. A wired connection to a router which guarantees internet access with an Ethernet LAN, or a wireless connection with a GPRS LTE cellular radio through an integrated modem. The choice between the two depends on the availability at the installation site. The connectivity provided by Web Gateway to Logic controller is already integrated in the new Logitronic range, which therefore does not need this device and is already connected to Logica Cloud. Finally, we can say that if you decide to install Logitronic controllers or Logica Control Web Gateway on machines and plants, you have Logica Cloud service included, as complements to the management of machines and systems carried out by our controllers.
Thanks, Marco. Can you give us now some more details about the latest technologies used during the engineering phases of Logitronic?
Of course. Engineering of Logitronic, as for any other product, starts from specification. Our purpose was to equip these controllers with a complete and intuitive user interface and with fast and easy-to-use communication ports. To support all the new features of Logitronic series, already illustrated by Matteo, we needed a powerful and versatile platform on which to develop them all. Heart of all Logitronic is a new 32-bit microcontroller with a running speed of 480 MHz. A microcontroller equipped with a rich series of peripherals, among them a USB host, an Ethernet driver, and a 16-bit analog-to-digital converter, and finally a graphics accelerator. All these peripherals in a single device, powerful enough to manage the graphic and user interface, the communication with other controllers, or with Logica Cloud, and the digital and analog inputs and outputs controlling the compressor. This microcontroller is a single component that integrates also data and program memories, making Logitronic very reliable and immune to electromagnetic disturbances.
And some notes on the engineering of the mechanical part?
As regards the development of mechanics, we used co-design techniques between electrical, electronic, and mechanical 3D CAD tools. The structure of Logitronic 9, Logitronic 26, and Logitronic 33 panel is the same. We have developed new plastic cases in ABS with V0 extinguish grade, a very resistant tempered glass, 3 mm thick with silking in the back, equipped with a capacitive touch panel and a TFT display. And obviously, Logitronic have been equipped with new electronic boards. For the validation of the design alternatives, in various stages, we realized prototypes of electronic boards and cases, making extensive use of 3D printers.
And what can you tell us about software and hardware, Marco?
The different stages of mechanical engineering proceeded step by step with software development. To facilitate writing and to face complexity, software is highly structured, so that all Logitronics share the same basic units, and this helps to cut development time. Software units are expandable, so that new functionalities can be implemented easy. For example, the management of new analog and/or digital channels. In this way, software easily adapts to new specific applications, such all the ones made possible by the use of analog and digital I/O expansion boards. In the end, about the overall development process of Logitronic, it is important to tell that we have always said, as primary purpose, the creation of a reliable product, both from hardware and software point of view. So, Logitronic are fully tested as regard to the susceptibility of electromagnetic disturbances. Tests are carried out at higher levels than those required by the regulation, even double or triple depending on the test. Not less important, software will be subject to life cycle management according to the EN 62304 standard.
Well, Marco, thank you very much for your detailed technical contribution.
You're welcome, Alessandra.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this presentation. I remind you that starting from tomorrow, it will be possible to organize video calls directly with me to go into detail and analyze all your needs together. All you have to do is send an email to this address, innovationlab@logicacontrol.it. Alessandra will manage my agenda and will let you have all the information on how to connect.
I'll do my best, Matteo. I also remind you that this event will be available shortly on our website, logicacontrol.it, and you can watch it at any time. We are also preparing many news for you. In Logica Innovation Lab webpage, we will periodically add contents and useful information in line with our new digital mission. And why not, images and video messages from Logica Control team. For any information or clarification, do not hesitate to contact us by the already mentioned email address innovationlab@logicacontrol.it.
Did you enjoy the trip, Marco?
It was really amazing, Matteo.
Oh, nice, guys. Well, before closing the connection, we would like to thank everyone for joining us during this special event. You have been so many. We look forward to meeting you all in person very soon. But we are also very proud to inaugurate our Logica Innovation Lab, which represents for us at Logica the beginning of a new digital business era. Many thanks also to the company which helped us in the realization of this important event. We have been working closely in the last period. So thanks a lot to Stipa and in particular to Vincenzo Allera for his great contribution. A special thank also to MEG for letting us live this experience in these wonderful studios. Once again, I take this opportunity to remind you that we will be available to answer all your questions during personalized online meetings. Just send your email request to this address, innovationlab@logicacontrol.it, and I will take care of organizing everything. Do not miss this opportunity. We are waiting for you. We also remind you that until April 16, you can find us by visiting the Hannover Messe 2021 Digital Edition. Thanks, Matteo and Marco. And thanks to our President, Dr. Udine, for being with us. And thanks again to all of you for watching. See you soon.
Hope to see you soon.
Goodbye and thank you.
Thank you.